going on, guys? Welcome back in to Farming Simulator 25. Welcome back to our farm. Let's see. Our farm's looking good after our first day in August. We got a lot of things done. Just to recap, we're just going to check here. Chickens are doing good. Love them. They're fed. They're happy. They're making noise. We got this production going. I think that, honestly, long term is gonna be how we start making money on this farm. At least early on, we got maybe some flower pallets that we're gonna be able to sell for some money. We did harvest this in our last episode. This was our wheat field, and we were able to get these bales. We're not gonna sell them yet. That's kind of gonna be our plan for some winter money, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how much money that's gonna be because we're still missing some equipment. We gotta buy a trailer. We gotta buy front loader. We gotta do a lot of things, and we lease the equipment to even bale this in the first place. So, well, I guess we'll worry about that when we get there. But for the time being, what we're gonna do is we're gonna plant our first field of this year. We're gonna start here with this one. Jump in our Challenger real quick. We got this nice big field over here, and I'm thinking I think we'll keep this one behind us, wheat, which is not going to be until September that we're going to plant that. Just looking at the chart and everything, I think canola honestly is a good place to start just because you make the most money from it. And we already have our wheat production going, our flour production, I should say. Our chickens are fed; they're happy. So I think we're gonna go with canola. See how much money we get, at least in the first year. How much money we get from the field, from that harvest, and we'll go from there. So let's see. We got canola selected. I think we can get our guided steering going. Let's get that going. Let's turn this on. All right, looking good. Excuse me. We'll lower this down and let's see. Let's jump out just to make sure that we got it going in the ground the way we want. Needs rolling, and we got weeds growing. So, whew, that's gonna be expensive. I know we've only spent a little bit of money. What did we start with? We started with 100,000, I think. So 60,000 is not looking too bad. But I have a feeling after we plant this, our money's gonna go down pretty darn quick. So let's get this field planted at least, and then we can kind of make some calls after that. But we'll go ahead and get this going, and we'll catch you guys on our final pass of this field. Alright, and just like that, we are coming down to our last pass of this field. Our first planted field taking over the farm for Grandpa. I feel very good about that. I feel successful. I feel accomplished. I feel like we finally did something that makes us seem like a real farmer almost. But I guess we'll see what happens after we see some of this money go down. But that is a beautiful thing. I love seeing a field going. That's going to be growing through the winter. We got our chickens going, so I feel very good about that. Cautiously optimistic, I guess you could say. Let's go ahead and pop this over here, I think, because we're going to have to plant this. We're going to have to plant this in September. So let's just set this out of the way for now. Let's see. Yeah, let's take care of that. And we'll come back over here. I think what we're going to do, let's pop out of here to see what's going on. It says there's weeds growing over here, but I think when we cultivate this, those weeds will go away. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. The problem is we have this going. We also have weeds growing, and it's not fertilized at all. So I think what we need to do is jump over to the store. We need to figure out what the most cost-effective way to fertilize our field is going to be. And then I think we can go from there. But yeah, let's take the John Deere over there. What's nice about this farm that Grandpa left us, it's right across the street from the store, so nothing too crazy. Let's pop on over here and see what they got for us. Hopefully, maybe we'll catch something on sale or used, or I don't really know how that works in this game. I guess we can turn that off. Let's jump on into the store. And what do we got here? What do we got? Looking for something that says fertilizer. Okay, so $25,000 is a lot. Why is this one so cheap? Okay, this one only holds 300 liters, so that I don't think is gonna be anything that we want to look at right now. Because let's see, the fertilizer 2,000 for 1,000 liters. I don't know how long that's gonna last us for. Is that enough for one field or not? We also have the option for, I think these are for liquid fertilizer. Okay, how much is that? That's more expensive. I wonder if that lasts longer. Oh no, that's 1,000 liters of solid fertilizer, 2,000 liters liquid fertilizer. But we also have a weed problem. So what are we gonna do about that? We do not have enough money to get a nice weeder and fertilizer. So weeders pull out small grown weeds. That might do the trick, right? I don't know what defines small and medium and large, and you might be wasting $6,000 on that, but I guess honestly, if we go with this, 30,000 for the fertilizer, plus what was it? It was like 2,000 for the actual fertilizer itself. Oh, it's 3,000. So 33, a little over $33,000. That's gonna basically cut our more than half our money right now. And then we could probably try to get away with the $6,000 weeder. Hopefully that works. But at least our backup plan would be that this also can take the herbicide. Which, how much was that? That was another $2,400. But at least we'd have the machine for it. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead. And we're going to be using it. How much is it to lease this? $1,500, but I almost feel like, kind of like we did with the baler, you're just throwing money away at that point. I say we kind of risk it. We go ahead and we buy this down to $2,900. We go ahead and we get the liquid fertilizer. 2,000. That's gonna be more than this thing can even hold, so that's fine. We'll have some left over. Hopefully it lasts a long time. And then hopefully this tractor is also big enough to hold this thing, I guess. We're learning it as we go. We're learning on the fly. I knew that was gonna happen, but it's still not fun to see our money down so quickly to $26,000. Let's go ahead and get this on at least. We'll fill this up. 100%. There we go. That looks good. But gonna have 800 liters left over. It sounds good, but who knows? Maybe this is only gonna be half a field. Sorry, my dude. I just completely ran into you. This almost feels like it's too heavy on the back. Like, are we tipping backwards? Maybe we should have got a front weight or something. Yeah, it almost looks like we're going backwards. Let's drop this here. Let's see if this Challenger is better suited for this job. Which almost makes me beg the question, what the heck is the John Deere even good for? It's a good looking tractor. Don't get me wrong. I love the green and yellow and everything, but so far it hasn't been able to handle anything we've asked it to do so far. Let's go ahead, back up, get into this. Let's see if we can at least get this field fertilized once, and then we'll worry about the weeds later. Does this have guided steering on it too? Yes, it does. Get this unfolded and see what we're working with at least. All right, it's got some crazy width to it. Look at that. It's even going out further than that. It's gonna cover the field in what, three turns? I love that. Just lock in, turn this on. Alright. This shouldn't take too long. Look at this. This is looking good right now. Let's get to the top of the hill and then I'll jump out and make sure we're not just wasting product that we just bought, but it looks like it's doing something. It looks like it's changing colors at least. So it's not going down too fast either. We started at 100%. We got some left over. We're gonna be just fine for at least the first year fertilizing these fields. So I do like that so far. Let's go ahead and get to the end. Jump out and see what that did to our field here. Fertilized 50%. We're up to a 72% yield bonus. I love it. I love it. Let's go ahead and see if we can turn this bad boy around. Wants us to do a headland, but maybe we can get away with just lining up in the middle here and just going top to bottom. Yeah, look at that. Looking good. Beautiful. We're gonna finish up these two passes here and catch you guys at the end of this field. Alright. I love it. I love it. We are quickly getting this field done with the width of this thing. I mean, this might be a pretty good purchase at the end of the day. Not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and get to the end. Boom. Turn it off. Make sure we don't waste anything. Slowly but surely close this thing up. I think we can drop it off. Let's go ahead and get that other field cultivated. That's probably going to take care of our weed problem. And at least that way when we start September, which will probably be the next episode, excuse me, yeah, that way when we start September, we'll have a freshly cultivated field ready to plant some more wheat. That way we can keep our production going, we'll keep our chickens happy. And honestly, let's lock this in. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I have some long-term goals. I have obviously short-term goals, long-term goals for this playthrough. We're just going to try to get through this first harvest, first plant, and then obviously our first winter. Because right now we're running off the money we started with. And we do have a couple things going. We do have the eggs that we'll be able to sell. I don't know how fast they're going to produce. We do have, let's see, lower this down. There we go. We do have the eggs to go. Don't know how fast they're going to produce, how much money they're going to make us. And we had the flour going. Again, I don't know how fast that's going to produce. We should be doing pretty good. I don't know if what we had as far as how much we put in there, is it going to be enough to get through winter? But I think what the plan is, going to be is to get through this first year. See what everything makes us. See how many eggs we get, how much money we get from it, how much we get from the bales, how much the canola next season is going to bring us. Um, Try not to spend too much of our money, and then we'll go from there. If we have to make adjustments, if we have to take out loans, because ultimately I think the long-term goal is to expand. Expansion is going to be the quickest way to make more money. I just don't want to take out loans too fast, too early, and not be patient enough, and then all of a sudden we're in like crushing debt. That is obviously not what we want to do. So I think honestly the smartest thing to do is to be patient, really see how much money this farm is making early on, and then we'll just make some adjustments from there and kind of figure it out. But yeah, expansion, and then going from that small little starter production, maybe we'll get a greenhouse or two. Maybe we'll try to add in some more animals. Maybe they can make us some more money, and then hopefully really start to get this playthrough going. But we'll get these headlands done. We'll get the rest of this field cultivated, and we'll catch you guys on the last pass. Man, I will tell you what, it feels good to have the field done, but even using our bigger tractor here, man, it is a struggle getting up this small little hill that we have right there. So, I mean, it's doing the job. It's getting done what we need to get done. But I think long term, obviously very long term, especially with our money situation, we're going to need to upgrade either horsepower, or honestly, with 87 and a half hours already, we're going to have to upgrade tractors at some point. But that is way, way, way down the road. That's a field down, though. We're going to get this nicely put away over here. There we go. Put that down. And I think the last order of business before we get to September is going to be... Let's see, is it this side? I think it's this side. Last order of business, I think, is going to be to fertilize this other field, because I think my understanding is that, because the other one we fertilized that, it went from 0 to 50. I'm pretty sure you can only fertilize once per month. So I think if we can take care of this now, then we can go to sleep. It'll be September. And then we can fertilize again, and then we should be at 100%, not have to worry about it all through the winter. We should be pretty good. So let's go ahead and get this unfolded. That is so cool. I would love to see these things work in real life, man. That is so cool. Let's go ahead and get up here. Do we have any guided lines here? Nope. Don't want the AI worker working, because we can't afford you. Sorry, my man. Let's get this turned on. There we go. Looks like it's changing perfect. We'll get this fertilized, and we'll take a nice nap into the fall. Alright, this is looking good, looking beautiful. Just about done the first layer of fertilizer on this field. Not too bad, a little over half the tank was used for the two fields, but I don't think we're going to expand anytime soon. Let's get that turned off. So I think this is going to be a pretty good investment for us. Let's see, 50%, no weeds after the cultivation, so looking pretty good. Let's get this folded up. I think we'll pop on over here to the store. I think we should have enough room left in the tank at this point. We can pick up the rest of this. I don't really want to leave everything over here. I don't think they'd appreciate it too much if we just use this like a second parking lot for ourselves. Let's see, is that enough? Oh, we still got some left in that tank. Interesting. Very interesting. There cannot be that much left in there, but we'll deal with that after. We're gonna have to fertilize these fields next month anyway, so we'll deal with that then. See if we can put this away. We'll drop this off. Try not to run into any trees here. Get this parked. Honestly, I'll probably get the rest of this put away, and then take a little nap, and then we're gonna jump right into September and get the rest of this done. But appreciate you guys sticking with us. Appreciate you seeing the start of this farm. Chicken's saying hello there. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, drop a comment, and we will see you in the next month.